You are the kind of person who gets things done. You do stuff, you're making progress, but maybe in your task list, there's one thing that stays pending for days, weeks, sometimes even months and years. So other things you get done, but that one thing you just feel scared of. For whatever reason, you're not able to bring yourself up to work on it. And it doesn't move. So how do you overcome that? That is what I'll talk about. We have all procrastinated on something or the other, and even now sometimes we do. But today I'm going to talk about a specific kind of procrastination, which is procrastination on some specific tasks which are difficult or anxiety-inducing or just plain hard. If you want a video on procrastination in general, I have a video earlier, and if you want, I can drop a link here. Refer to that, okay? But specifically, we're talking about procrastinating on hard things. So let's say you are the kind of person who gets things done. You do stuff, you're making progress, but maybe in your task list, there's one thing that stays pending for days, weeks, sometimes even months and years. So other things you get done, but that one thing you just feel scared of. For whatever reason, you're not able to bring yourself up to work on it. And it doesn't move. So how do you overcome that? That is what I'll talk about. And I'm going to give you no theory. I'll give you a very practical step-by-step solution. Just follow this, and I promise you, you'll get it done. Now let's understand what is the root cause of procrastination and how are we sustaining that behavior. If we don't understand that, we cannot solve this problem. So the root cause of all procrastination is some anxiety or discomfort or some negative emotion that the task is creating. Now, it so happens that when we have a difficult task, one is we don't want to do it, and that creates some guilt because we are not doing something that we know we should be doing. But the biggest mistake we make is not just that we are not working on it, that guilt that we feel because we are not doing what we ought to do, we let that guilt, we give it an escape route. We alleviate that guilt by working on other things. So you have this one thing you're avoiding, but you have 25 other things as well, and you pick one of those other things and work on that, and naturally feel like, okay, I did something productive, which you did, and your guilt goes down and you say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow you come back again, there is something else. So there is always an easy option, a better option, a simpler option, a more pleasant option. And that is the option we go for. And as a result, other things get done. But this thing, this task that you're avoiding, it stays there. It has happened to, I can guarantee it has happened to every one of us. So how do you solve for it? So here is a systematic step-by-step approach. Now, once we understand this problem, we are going to flip our approach such that we attack this problem. So first thing you have to do is, because this task is hard, it's creating this anxiety. When you think about how will I finish it, just the very thought of finishing it, it triggers all these negative feelings. You start feeling overwhelmed. So first thing is, we are not finishing it. Okay, so move your focus from completing it or from the outcome, which is to finish it, to the input, which is how much time you are going to give the task. So let us say you decide, I'm going to work on it for 1 hour today, or maybe you say I'll work on it 1 hour every alternate day this week, or it could be even every day. It's up to you, right? But you decide to allocate some specific time. It has to be a specific time slot. Make sure that there are no other interruptions, that time slot is actually available, basic stuff, all right? So now you have decided, let's say that today, 1 hour from 4 to 5 p.m., you're going to work on this task. Step 1, clear, good to go. Second, when the time comes, what will happen? 2 possibilities. One is you will not feel like getting started. It's very natural. Or you may get started, but it just feels so anxious that you're feeling restless, you want to escape it, and you will feel sorely tempted to stop that task and do something else. Check your email, check your message, go to YouTube, or maybe just go and work on some other task. Now, here's what you have to do. If any of these happen, let's say you can't get started, no problem. There's only one rule. You cannot do anything else. It's okay to sit idle. If you can't get started, just sit there. Wait. Take a few nice deep breaths. Allow yourself to calm down. Whenever we have this aversion, if you pay attention, you will notice one thing. All this aversion, this anxiety, it causes a little bit of tightening in our body. There's some bit of clenching in the body and mind. So whenever that happens, whenever you know there is some aversion, notice that tightness in the body and mind. Just relax it. Relax your body. Take a few slow deep breaths. Let go. And just wait. Similarly, if you have started work and again, while you're working on the task, you feel restless, don't jump to anything else. Do the same thing what I told you. Relax, let go of that clenching, take a few deep breaths and just wait. Give yourself time. Don't push yourself. As you give yourself time, after a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, at some point, you will feel calm enough to get started. The key thing here is to not do anything else. No matter how productive the other task feels, in fact, especially if the other task feels more productive, then you're going back to the same behavior. You will do that, your guilt goes down, and now this thing does not happen, okay? So you sit, and while sitting now, you're sitting, let's say 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and you feel like, I did not do anything. That's okay. That gentle guilt that you have, it will make you go back and start working, all right? You work on it, and again, if you feel restless, if you have to stop, but don't do anything else. Now what will happen is, over that 1 hour, let's say you worked on the task only for 20 minutes, no big deal. At least you got started. Next day or whenever you planned, come back to it again. It's not about the difficulty of the task, it is that emotion that it generates, and we cannot allow ourselves to find an escape. Stay with that. If you do this over a couple of days, I guarantee you'll start making progress. Now that thing which looked terrifying, now no longer looks that terrifying, and now you get closer to the end outcome. Now you're more motivated, you will get to the finish line, guaranteed. All right. So the idea is very simple. If you want the task done, close all the escape routes for your mind, because when the escapes are closed, there is only one outcome possible: success.